The core of the game is about becoming a master of magic. Every time you find a new way to dispatch a creature, then you become slightly more powerful, and that's a great journey for the player.
Because Harry is growing up as a wizard, and that is obviously got to be reflected in the games, there's a lot of emphasis on mastering magic, and so as he gets older and more powerful, the magic gets much bigger on the screen.
All the spells have got a physical and tactile element to them.
We use a pad and we vibrate that to try and give you an extra sensation that you do need to master this spell.
You suddenly realise how hard it will be to actually control magic.
The more magic you master during the game, the better chance you have of defeating Voldemort at the end.
It's using magic as sort of wizards and witches would use magic to manipulate the world, to actually explore that world.
Mastering the magic is kind of mastering the game.
Our goal was to really make a strong connection to the game player with the movie that they have just seen, and recognition of their favorite characters was one of the most important things.
What this game does, more than any of the other games, is actually really manage to capture the look of the actors who play the various characters.
We'll get the sort of the turnarounds for Harry, Ron and Hermione, and then we'll do our rendition, and then we'll take them back to David, and then David will give us the sort of expert advice on the subtleties more than anything.
With regard to Harry, Ron and Hermione, I am with them every day for 163 days a year, so I'm able to see, one, how they're growing, but two, to really experience and see the nuances of their physicality.
I was shocked at how much it actually looks like me, which I've never really had to deal with before, but it's scarily looking like me now.
All the sort of like the teenage sort of things, like even down to the sort of the clothes.
I met the guy who was making me. It's just strange knowing that this guy had been obsessively looking at details of just your teeth, whatever, just trying to get them exactly the same.
We work very closely with Electronic Arts in creating the game. I sit down with them and talk about the story and the look and how we are going to proceed, and they've done a brilliant job in being true to the books, and with this game in particular, being true to the film.
My main challenge has been to find the best tricks and techniques from film that are appropriate to games and bring them into the game world, into the game production. What I did before this was art direct visual effects for the movies, so there was a lot of effort to bring as many cinema tricks and the feeling of going to the movies and that kind of richness and detail into this game.
It's amazing how, far graphical technology has come.
They're recreating the old universe that was first in the book and then in the movies.
We have the ability now to very cleverly fake a lot of lighting tricks, all of which get the player more involved in the world, all of which make the world richer. They immerse the player more in the world that they're in.
It looks real. It's amazing. It looks like, being on the sets.
The Triwizard Tournament is this massive event that used to be a regular tradition in the wizarding world, but had to be cancelled because a lot of the people who entered it died.
Harry Potter gets entered, he's sort of out of his league, it's a deadly competition and he hasn't got the experience.
The dragon task, the underwater task and the maze are all in the game, and they all have this fantastic sort of cinematic feel to them.
There is an awful lot of action in this film. It's a very challenging physical endurance test.
So that was a challenge to us, to reflect these big action moments and try and get the roller coaster sort of theme park ride so that you see the film, come home and you play it.
Harry, Ron and Hermione are sort of working together to get Harry through the Triwizard task.
Hermione and Ron have to watch Harry in these grueling tasks, and I know it takes its toll on Hermione.
You start off in a very sort of shallow water with lots of light coming in, it's all very airy, and then suddenly things start happening, creatures start appearing, vicious little octopus-style children with razor-sharp teeth, and to complicate that, to build up the tension, the final level is these tentacles of the maze chasing you. You just get more and more of these walls closing in on you, more spiky plants throwing you back and stopping you. It's all action from start to finish.
Big parts of the game this year is the way we've had to make the gameplay feel really important, really innovative. And the way we do that is we make it multiplayer. We make it feel like you're building a friendship with your two friends. So if you're playing as Harry, Ron and Hermione, they're right with you through most of the activities, most of the things you get to do.
It much more incorporates the fact that the three of us work together as a team, and that comes across in the film a lot.
So what we allow is the players to just drop in at any time. So if you've got a friend who's coming past, they can drop in and play with you.
Pick a character and all work together as a team.
It's cooperative magic is the major difference this time around, is the fact that you can cooperate.
Combine spells together to do things together that, you know, you can't do otherwise on your own. Having your friends beside you screaming and shouting and, you know, working as a team will be a lot, you know, more fun.
So you can be Harry, Ron and Hermione, and I'm sure everyone would obviously want to be Harry though, surely.